Hi there. Today I'm going to dive into one of the most powerful tools you have as a parent. Reading aloud to your kids. When we choose great books, like picture books with rich language and strong stories, we're opening the door to conversations about meaning, lessons, and how we make sense of the world through stories. This aids in developing comprehension skills that are vital for students. And that's why read alouds are a fantastic way to teach that deeper comprehension, using skills like theme. Theme is one of those big ideas that helps kids think about the events of the story by asking, what is the author trying to tell me? So today we're going to use one of our favorite read alouds, Two Bad Ants by Chris Van Allsburg. This is a book that you can find at most used bookstores pretty much any day of the week. Let's start with the basics. What is theme? Well, the theme of the story is the big idea or the life lesson that the author wants the readers to take away from the story. It's not always stated explicitly, so you can't always go to a part of the book and say, this is the theme. You usually have to infer the theme by thinking about what happens in the story and what the characters learn. Some common themes in children's books or young adult books are things like friendship, honesty, courage, teamwork, consequences, things like that. And it's really important to understand the difference between main idea and theme, because main idea is something we hear a lot and the two are often confused. So the main idea tells what the story is mostly about. It's the facts of what happened. The theme, on the other hand, is the message behind the facts. So for example, in the story Two Bad Ants, the main idea might be that two ants go on an adventure in a human kitchen. But the theme might be gritty choices can get you into trouble. Something else you'll often see in teaching resources is central idea. And that can get a little confusing as well. But just note here that central idea is typically used in nonfiction or informational texts. So how do you discover the theme and help your kids to uncover the theme? You guide them to notice what the characters say and do, the problems that they face, and what they learn by the end of the story. You can also ask things like, did the character change? Or what might the author want us to remember? It's really about helping your child become a thoughtful reader, not just by reading the words, but by thinking about the meaning behind the story. Remember, it's all about comprehension, especially at these later elementary ages. A possible theme you might uncover in Two Bad Ants, for example, is that actions have consequences. Because on the surface, it's a really fun and adventurous story about two ants exploring a kitchen, but underneath there are some deeper meanings, and that's what you want your kids to get to. Some other themes are the world is bigger and more complicated than we might think. Being greedy or selfish can lead to danger, and also working together is important. And you don't have to give them the theme either. There's not always necessarily a right or a wrong. Your child might come up with something completely different. That's okay. Just talk about what the ants learned and let your child reflect on that. Let's talk about some activities for you to try at home with your different types of learners. You can ask your child, what did the ants learn? That will help them get to the theme. For your artistic learners, you can have them draw a picture showing what they think the theme is. For your verbal learners, have them retell out loud what they learned or what they think the ants learned in their own words. For hands-on kids, acting out part of the story may be a good way for them to retell the theme and bring it to life. And for students who might need a little extra support, you can provide a list of themes and have them match the theme that is best for the story. For your advanced learners, try connecting the theme to another book that they've read or a real-life situation to try to stretch their thinking even more. Reading aloud isn't just about practicing reading, it's that doorway into deeper thinking. When you talk about themes with your kids, you're helping them reflect and infer and make connections. And those skills are going to apply far beyond this book and far beyond this skill. So the next time you read together, try asking, what do you think the author wants us to learn from this story? And let your child explore all the different answers that they arrive at. If you need more practice with theme or access to additional lessons, visit learninghub.com to explore lessons on theme and assign them to your child. As usual, we've linked an awesome Learning Hub lesson below to go along with this video. Simply copy the link below, log into Learning Hub, click Open Playlist, and paste the link into your browser's taskbar. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more teaching tips. I'll see you next time. And don't forget, we have tons of free resources available right now at learninghub.com.